The Ukrainian military claims that some Russian troops are withdrawing from their positions in the southern region of Zaporizhzhia. It also says that the Russians are preparing the evacuation of the personnel of the occupation administrations in the Zaporizhzhia region. In its daily update, the military's general staff said Russian units had left the settlements of Mikhailivka, Polahi, and Injinern, all towns south of the city of Zaporizhzhia. Front lines in the region run for 200 kilometers, about 124 miles, across rolling farmland. Geolocated footage posted on Wednesday shows the aftermath of strikes on buildings in Polahi. The general staff said that in the settlement of Berchik, the occupation authorities are conducting a census for the so-called voluntary evacuation of the population. The Ukrainians appear to be repeating actions they undertook in Kherson, striking bridges, supply hubs, and Russian troop concentrations behind the front lines. The general staff said that in recent days strikes about half a dozen places had wounded more than 230 Russian soldiers and destroyed ammunition and equipment. What could happen next? Analysts have suggested that the next offensive front for the Ukrainians is likely to be a thrust south toward the occupied city of Melitopol. The general staff said that elsewhere Russian forces continue to defend their positions in eastern Luhansk region using tanks, mortars, and artillery to prevent further advances of Ukrainian forces. Russian units were also shelling several settlements in recently liberated parts of Kherson region. But Brigadier General Alexei Haromov claimed that last week Russian forces had accidentally fired on their own unit near the village of Sukuri in Kherson, killing 14 servicemen. Haromov said Russian forces had gathered in the city of Dzonkoy in Crimea, which had actually turned into the largest military base on the territory, from where the Russian occupation troops and weapons and military equipment of the Russian armed forces are redeployed.